And we see John Proctor for the majority part of this act in a very different way to the ways that we have seen him in the previous two acts. And he's very restrained and he's very careful. He's in court, obviously, and he's talking to Danforth, the judge. And Danforth is a very stern man, a harsh man. He tries to be fair, it seems, but he's most definitely quite hard and not easily swayed, let's put it that way. So John Proctor starts off and he is marshalling his facts. He actually is not the one who's hot-headed here. It's people like Cheever that are hard-headed here, or Giles Corey, should I say. Giles Corey, he's a bit hard-headed at this particular point, hot-headed at this particular point, and says things that maybe will go against him. John Proctor tries to calm him down. He tries to make excuses for him to Judge Danforth. So he's very reasoning. He's very clear. He shows himself to be, excellent with words and very persuasive. However, things then start to get more difficult. And they start to get more difficult because Abigail intimidates Mary Warren by getting the girls to pretend that they are becoming possessed. And then we see the John Proctor that we've seen in the previous two acts. He is quick to anger, and he eventually accuses Abigail of being a whore in front of the court, and he announces to the court that he has known her, that she is not a girl, she is not a child, that he has known her. And at that particular point we see him he's losing his sense of calmness, his sense of any sense of persuasiveness, and he goes straight in for anger. And in great plays there's always a great character with a fatal flaw, and it's trying to work out what John Proctor's fatal flaw is. Is John Proctor's fatal flaw his lust? The fact that he had this affair with Abigail and that brought him down? Or is his fatal flaw his anger and his pride? Because again, he shows anger, he shows huge anger here, but actually it's not pride, is it, to say that he has humiliated himself and his wife by, have created an act of shame with Abigail Williams, breaking his marriage vows and having been a hypocrite to his marriage, in relation to his marriage, and having cheated on his wife. So it's not pride here, but it is anger. Yet again, it's anger, and this is the thing that I'm looking at in Act 1, Act 2, and Act 3. Is it anger that is the quickness to anger his fatal flaw? Is it his lust with Abigail Williams that is fatal flaw, or is it his pride? Because ultimately, in Act 4, it is his pride that signs his own death warrant, really. So think about how John Proctor, he starts off one way in each scene and ends up another way in each scene so far. So he tends to start off reasonable in each of the scenes and then ends up becoming very angry in each of the scenes. How is that reflected in scene 4? Is that the same in scene 4? Sorry, not scene, I mustn't say scene, it's acts. They're not scenes, they're acts. So in Act 4, the last act, think about it.